What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're checking back in on an old friend. So we checked this game out when it was in demo format, and I think it was still very much in active development. A game called Beacon of Neyda, where you are a little guy with a rifle that's got to tack out a base and hold off endless waves of scrap monsters that are trying to take you down while lighting off the beacon, which will banish all of them and allow humanity to go back out into the Wasteland. There's going to be exploration, there's going to be scavenging, there's going to be base building and defending ourselves. And now that the game is out on Steam, it's time for us to take our final appraisal, give it some first impressions, and see if it's the kind of game you wanted to add to your wish list, or if it's one of those games you would rather pass on. If after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. You can check that out there. On top of that, you can find a bunch of other sexy flexy Nerd Castle links, all listed very neatly down in the description. But let's go ahead and start a new game.
When the machines tasked with terraforming the desert world of Neyda rebelled against their creators, the world's settlers were forced into a war with them.
With the interplanetary beacon disabled, all communications with the outside world were lost. Exile was the only choice. And time, which transforms everything, was our ally and our executioner. Some years later, though rust has claimed them, they still wander together. And we agonize, day after day. In a world without options, our fate hangs by a single thread. It's time to get the Beacon of Neyda back.
The camp is under attack. Defend it. Okay. We're moving into this a little bit rapidly, but I'll figure it out. And then we can hold down the space bar to shoot. All right, let's get at these things for just a second. How many rounds do I have? Oh, they're up in the top left-hand corner. Okay, so I've got 22 rounds. The good news here is I can fire all the way to the end of the screen, which is great. I don't like it when guns have like a limited bullet distance when you're already in like a 2D format. The defense tower is offline. The blue cores needed to reactivate the auxiliary generator are located in underground storage. Okay, we'll go take care of that. I think that's something that we can do. Downstairs? Nice, dude. It's got like a little bit of like, I don't know if you guys ever played that Mad Max game on the NES where you could jump into and out of vehicles and like walk up on background objects and interact with them, but it's got that kind of thing going on. What is this? Log access. For the past 3 years, those of us who dared to return to the city have seen the robots becoming increasingly active, patrolling the streets or gathering in large numbers in specific zones. There's a lot of reading right here, just giving you a little bit of scene setting. I think that's a very, very good thing, but given the fact that we're trying to do first impressions of the game, I'll probably skip over the longer dialogue, not the longer dialogues, but definitely the longer data logs that are just going to be like expanding out on the world. As far as I can tell, it was a giant message about data rationing and like energy rationing going into effect. Initialization synchronization system update complete. Imminent danger. There's no time. Gather all the resources you can from chests and don't forget the cores to reactivate the power grid. Okay, I'll do what I can. There are different types of ammunition in these crates. There are 4 types of energy cells you can use as ammo for your weapons. Regular, polarizing, nuclear, and then thermal. Okay, so thermal's extra damage. Nuclear's like a damage over time effect. Let's grab that right there. And then what do we have right? Oh, we got all kinds of little thingies right here. Okay, give me that right there. Yeah, throw all that up inside of there. How do I swap my ammo types? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we've got like 15 of each thing. Let me grab another data core right there real fast. I very much like that looting animation. It looks nice. Let's go back up to the surface and see what we can fix up. Auxiliary generator offline. It requires an energy core for reactivation. Well, it's reactivated now. We've got power. The defense tower should be operational. Build a barricade in front of it to strengthen our defenses. Hurry up. Okay, I will get right on top of that. I will follow the data line over here. How do I build a barricade? Do I just like rock up on this spot right here? Ah, action menu. There we go. There we go. Drop the barricade right there. And now the barricade's ready to rock. Let's just hammer away at it. That way our dope-ass little, like, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of a Tesla coil from Command and Conquer, except it's in Brotherhood of Nod colors. Brotherhood of Nod being factually the coolest faction to ever exist inside of a video game. Another robot patrol! Yeah, I don't know if I want to waste my ammo on him. Like, how good is the turret? Like, is the turret going to take care of this business, or should I be spending my ammo? I'm just going to help out a little bit. I'll put a couple rounds across the bow real fast. There we go. We can't stay here any longer. More robot patrols are going to come. On the right, there's an elevator that leads to the old metro entrance. Go and find it. Okay, so we're just like bailing out. We're letting the robots have it, man. Where's your fight at? Where's your gumption? This is the elevator that connects to the old metro. It needs power to operate. Build an energy tower to extend and connect the electrical grid. Oh, yeah, I can see that big, giant wire that's down underneath us. Okay, let's go with build, and then we needed to go energy tower right there. Yeah, that'll work. Let's drop the energy tower, like, right there, maybe? Power grid's connected. We can now use the elevator to reach the metro entrance. Quick, more robot patrols are closing in. Yeah, they do seem to be a little bit tenacious, don't they? Do I have like a dodge roll or anything just in case I got to get past them? Let's go over to like the fire bullets right now, dude. I am wanting to set the world on fire and also set a flame in your heart. I'm fine with both of those outcomes. This is the closest we can get to the target from the tunnels. Let's find a way back to the surface. There might be active robots in the area. Ready your weapon and stay alert. Oh, it took all my stuff away from me. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Can we go over to the left? Is that a robot right there? It's a dead robot. Let's loot his butt. All right, so we've also got a little bit of frost ammo right there. So that'll be good to have. Or energy ammo, that's what it was. I don't know, dude. I see blue. I think frost. It's just the natural place that my brain goes. We'll plug that in right there. And we do have a robot back there, but he's not real agile, and he's not moving real quick. On the plus side, he left us a hefty little corpse right there that we can loot away at. That'll be helpful. Let's get that right there. And I don't think that I have the energy core that's going to allow me to get into that generator, but we should check and follow those wires right there to figure out where the grid is going and what's going to happen when we actually turn that thing on. There, beyond the dunes, it's our target, the Neyda Beacon. Restoring that colossal interplanetary communication tower in search of help isn't going to be easy, but it's our only chance at salvation. Its range and communication capacity rely on the 3 auxiliary support towers. Each restoration will boost the beacon's signal, increasing the chances of reaching Earth. One of them's got to be nearby. Let's move. Okay. Can we cut out to the left? Like, I don't like wrong way as in the other direct. No, but I want to go this way. Yeah, look at all this loot that's over here. Yeah, see? Like, I was about to be deprived of loot. This is a scrap graveyard, an area full of broken robots buried over time. You gotta be careful. If you extend the power grid here, some of those buried robots might reactivate and attack. Use collector drones from the drone station to extract scrap and clear the area. Okay. I think that's definitely doable. Am I even on like a time limit or anything right now? Or, see, this is my problem. I get given an objective, but then I'm like, ooh, piece of candy, and I gotta go find all the secrety things. My Skinner box is Explorers, so like, I almost never follow the narrative or what the game is telling me to do. I almost always just kind of get off the beaten trail and start looking for secrets. This is the auxiliary support tower. It's in critical condition. Rebuilding it is gonna take time, but it's the only option that we have. Our objective is to locate replacement parts nearby and underground. Okay. Find 3 pieces to repair the tower. What's that thing right there? Does that thing help me? Beneath the switch lies the fusion core in hibernation. Activating it powers up the entire base. On each side are 2 forges. They will produce red and blue cores. With scrap and a blue core, you can build energy towers to build up the energy grid. With scrap and red cores, you can build towers to defend yourself. Anything not connected to the energy grid won't function except for the barricades, which require no energy. Warning, though, activating the fusion core will alert robots. Proceed with caution. Okay, well, we might want to look around first, right? Like, I don't know, we're going to activate the power grid. It might be smart for us to just, like, build things up. The elevators aren't functioning right now due to the fact that we haven't turned... Oh, they're going to block me in. I was going to go salvage for a minute and just kind of, like, see what I could find around before we light off this giant war against the robots. So I'm going to run all the way to the left. I do like that we've already got, like, a day and night cycle chugging, too. I don't remember if that was a thing when we checked out the demo all that time ago. I go through, like... 40 or 50 games a week trying to find stuff to feature for all of you guys, and so the little details on a lot of this stuff tend to escape me. Like, I tend to forget the minutia. I'm gonna grab as much scrap as I can before we get started. There we go. It also looks like there's a secondary spot right here that maybe we can go down. Expand the energy grid to activate the elevator. All right, I'll give that some thought. Let's just pick through the surface real fast of anything that we can get our hands on, and it looks like we've actually hit the boundary. Okay, let's go back to base, and it's time to kick this thing off and get ourselves into a little bit of an intifada with the robots. I believe that it's time to hit this big red button. Let's hit it. Cool animation, man. Very it reminds me of the old Super Nintendo Metroid animations and whatnot. Actually pretty clean for like a lo-fi pixel art game. Warning, the fusion core's energy revealed our position. Protected at all costs. Robots detected on the left. Leave the base and build a defense tower to stop them. Okay, but I only have like the one core, dude. I only have like the singular core, my guys. Build a defense tower here and place a barricade next to it to protect it from enemies. All right, I'll do that. Let me grab what I can grab real fast. And then we will go into this menu and we will go defense tower. Yeah, let's build a defense tower. And just like they wanted, I'll come over here and we will build a barricade to protect it. And I want that to be like snug as a bug as a rug right there. Like, dude, I want it to be right up on top of the tower. That way we're getting the maximum range bonus from firing that thing at the enemies. All right, so we got that right there, and it looks like we're ready to rock. Hopefully I can finish off this scrap pile, and it does look like we've got a mini-map down at the bottom that's going to let us know where the enemy's actual position is at before we get ourselves into trouble. Let's go, well, maybe I should save my energy ammo. I'm just going to salvage until they're right on top of me, and then we'll deal with the invasion. These ones got, like, a big old drill fist on them. Okay. Ooh, he don't like that. No, not at all. Okay, let's just soften them up a little bit. Big guy in the front is probably going to be the first major issue, but I don't want to rifle through too much of my ammo before they get to the tower. If we do end up needing to support this place, we will, but I just wanted to soften up the big dude before this gets too rowdy. All right, they're on us. It's time to see if this defense tower is actually going to get the job done. Big laser blast right there. A, he's disintegrated. Robots detected on the right. Produce more cores and build defenses on the other side of the base. Okay. I will do what I can, but I need a red core first. Like, I'm going to need a red core pretty badly. So where do I get a red core out of? Okay, so we've got, like, the red core forge right here, and we've got the blue core forge on the other side. Cool. Let's go defend the base real fast, get all of these random little logistical and defensive things built on up, and then we should be good. If you look at the ground, the energy grid ends here. Build an energy tower to expand the grid. You need a blue core and scrap. Oof. Okay, well, like, they're rocking up on me right now, but I will do the best that I can. We will extend this out about as far as it'll go. Trying to take ground right now, because I've played other Kingdom-style games, and, like, the more ground we have to rest on, I think the better off we'll be. And then we'll go in here, and then we needed an energy tower. No, we needed a defense tower. That's what we needed. Defense tower, you can go right there. And it looks like the left side is defended now, so we should be good. And then we'll just get one last barricade erected. And actually, it looks like we're still doing pretty decent on scrap right now. I was a little bit concerned we weren't going to have enough scrap to get this stuff done. But scavenging has been really, really fortuitous thus far. Are these upgradable right here? So if I wanted to oh, we've got upgrade mode. Reinforcement 1. Okay. Deals 1 damage to enemies that touch it? Hell yeah, dude. Let's get all of that. That's exactly what I want. Build this stuff up. Okay, so we've got like little barbed wires out in front. Good stuff. Is there anything else I can do while upgrading this? Barricade 2 withstands damage, but we don't have that yet. Okay, so maybe we have to find a blueprint or something else like that in order to get it done. Either way, we should be in decent shape over there. Let me grab some scrap, and I think what I'd like to do is we've got a green core. I'd like to investigate what the green core is going to do for me in the greater context of the game. Green core, what do you do? A drone station. Okay. Let's build a drone station, sure. We have that extra core, so, like, I see no reason to waste time here. All right, so with the drone station, what does it do? So we can tell them to repair, It looks, oh, we can tell him to fight. Yeah. Ooh, I like how they reconfigure. He's got like a little laser shank, bro. Yeah, dude. I'm going to name him Larry. Larry the laser shank. All right. I need to get more stuff. And so let's head back on out here and just grab what piles we can before the enemy starts getting up inside of our business. Can I upgrade this building too while I'm here? Like, what things are here? So we've got a charge capacitor. Looks like they get 7% energy bonus and 3% attack speed. We've also got an emission stabilizer, which is another 3% attack speed. Okay, we've got beam condensers. That increases range. We've got a plasma accelerator. Yeah, upgrade that real fast. And then I'm going to focus on upgrading the grid, I think, before we go any further. Let's just help them out with a little bit of gunfire. There we go. The fusion core is safe for now, but attacks will become increasingly numerous. Strengthen your base and search for spare parts to rebuild the auxiliary support tower. Remember, in the underground, it'll be just you and your rifle. I can't bring my little drone buddies with me, but he's got a knife, and he's got, like, little adorable feet and stuff, dude. He's got to come along with me. What I would do is I would, like, staple some bunny ears or something to the top of his head just to make him even more adorable. For this upgrade over here, I needed a green core for something, didn't I? No, I needed blue cores, actually. Okay. Well, let's go get... Oh, no, we did have a green core right here. Radioactive decay. Radiation will deal damage over 5 seconds. Multiple instances can stack. Okay, well, let's get that upgrade right there. We need reds and reds for this side. So I'm going to need a bunch of red cores before this is going to be super functional. What's down here? I don't have that much ammo, so this might be a bad idea. We can have a look. Oh, sick. Impulse boots. When activated, they give you increased movement speed. They recharge over time or while you're on the power grid. I like that. Okay, a little bit of interactivity there. What you got on that side? Hey, green core. All right. A little bit more energy ammo, too. Doesn't give me that much sprint until we get back up on the surface, but, like, I'll take it. Grab that. Anything else, like, concerning down here? If I have a green core, I can get in there. But I vaguely remember getting attacked when I played the demo, when I activated that. And so I need to go get ammo. I only have like 20 bullets right now. I'd like to have that number in the triple digits, in all honesty. I'd like to have quite a bit more. Let's investigate some of the other stuff we can do over here. So we've got bullets over on this side. Okay, definitely take those. And you can actually load it up so that it does consecutive crafts, too. That's why it has, like, the little, I don't know, the emergent... You see the little light that turns on? Every time I prime it, one of those little lights turns on, and then it produces another ammo. What's up with this floor right here? What does this do? Data slot unavailable? All right, save right there. That's a good idea. And then that's just going to be a whole bunch of data log stuff. Up to the top floor. Let's see what we've got going on over here when it comes to customization and things that we can do. What is that? Someone has improvised explosives using power cells. We can replicate their method and create grenades. New weapon acquired. Okay, so we've got grenades. I can swap to grenades like so. How hard is it to, like, throw a grenade? Okay, so it's going to take a little bit of a wind-up to throw a grenade. Let me go back over to my rifle real quick. We got no enemies incoming. These are green cores for building drone stations. Each station controls its drones. Yeah, they've got scrap, repair, construct, defend last, barricade. You can assign the functions at the drone station. Okay. Sounds good. Give me some fire ammo. And this will produce scrap in exchange for green cores. That's probably good because I have, like, way too many green cores right now. So just, like, scrap that out. I don't think we're going to need, like, a million billion green cores. Well, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to loot the scrap. Yeah, that's going to be a control problem right there. I would definitely... Okay, well, I mean, just take the scrap, I guess. We've still got one core left for the underground area. And it looks like we're under attack, but from where, I don't necessarily know just yet. Grab that last green core, and then we'll go down. Wait, what's that thing on the roof? Can I go up to the roof? Hold on. What's that thing on the roof? What are you? Chest. Hey, it's got a bunch of cores inside of it. All right. Anything else to the left? The cannon can be repaired. It uses the energy of red, blue, and green cores to operate. Sure, fix it. I mean, I've never met a large Gustav gun cannon that I wasn't a fan of, so load that thing up. Okay. Maybe put in a green. Energy signals prepare. Okay, they're preparing an attack. Put that right there. Oh. Yeah, that was satisfying. I definitely approve. That was the stuff right there. Okay, I need more of that inside my life. Dude, I'm loving all these little background animations that they just decided to, like, program into the game. Hell yeah. Let's go all the way down to the bottom floor. And I did want to go check on this right side wall real fast. Make sure that it's holding. This guy's not going out to defend the wall, which concerns me. I guess I'll just put him in scrap mode for right now. How's the HP looking on this stuff? Like, is that something that I can actually check? Doesn't look like I can check the HP on the wall for right now. But let's go downstairs and we'll load this green core into this secret room over here just to see what goodies the game decides to heap on top of us. There was another door off to the right, too, that I think needed a red core or something like that, so we may be actually able to double whammy all this. Let's fix this. Okay, that's fixed. Yeah, now there's robots coming. Okay, unload on them. Give me... Yeah, let's try fire bullets out. They do seem to hit pretty hard. Like, the fire bullets look like they do about, like, double the damage of a lot of the other bullets. And then the blue ones stun, and then the green ones put a dot on the enemy. Okay, a little bit of scrap right there. I don't have too much time left running. So we should be able to get this done, I think. Doors open, and it looks like it goes down to a deeper level. Okay, well, let's go down to the deeper level and see what we find. Pick up scrap when and where I can find it, just to make sure that we've always got enough currency to do the things that we want to do. And we've got another one that's fixable over here for 2 scrap. Let's bang that out. And that looks like that's going to manufacture green ammo for me. It's also got some kind of big toggle switch over there. So oh, Christ. Okay. You first. Didn't expect him to come out of the woodwork like that on... Oh, God. Ow, my ass, dude. Okay, let's just fall back for a minute. Fire bullets should carry us. Anybody else got a problem? You? All right, man. This SKS go pop. I got it for you if you want it. I'll bring it to you. I'll Swiss cheese you, robot. Yeah, that's quite a few. Let me see if... Hey, grenade got the job done. If there was anything back behind him, I like the little animation where he's like whittling it together like Kevin from Home Alone too before he throws the bomb out. Like he's actually got assembling it as part of the attack animation. Surface is still doing okay. I get the vibe we're going to need more ammo by the end of this though. Didn't work. There we go. That got it done. Done. Got the door code. We can continue. Okay, next time if you can hacker man's like a little tiny bit faster, that way I'm not attempting not to die horribly. Give me my fire bullets. Nope. Take the gun back out. Shooting a little lunky clunky in this game. Not going to sugarcoat it. Well, hopefully the wall holds because I'm a little bit tied up right now. Yep, pick up everything you possibly can. Oh, they're coming along both sides. We may actually have to come back for this. That was a far larger wave than I expected. They're piled up on the left wall, so that's probably where we'll go first. Ugh, I wish this went up to the surface all the way. It's just me ignoring my responsibilities as per usual and just hoping that it works out. Looks like they cleared the left wall. Let's go check the right wall real quick. There you go. Stun them up. They actually didn't do that much damage. I think we're all right here. Like, they did some, but not enough to actually give me pause, so that'll be good. I need to upgrade this guy right here before we leave, though. Let's upgrade this, and I think I would like to have an emission stabilizer. That does sound good. We need one more red, so let's get 2 more reds and a green, mate. Like, 2 more reds and upgrade the other side of the base, I think. Oh, little buddy just brought me a present. You see that? He just brought us scrap. Hell yeah, little bro. That's what I'm talking about. We need more of these robots out here. Give me some more ammo. And while we wait for the ammo to manufacture, I'm going to get 2 red cores over here. And let's just get these 2 turrets, like, jazzed the hell up. I want them to have, like, full tier 1 upgrades. There we go. All right, so we've got the red. Let me grab my ammo stacks. Cool. Ammo stacks all ready to go. And then we've got a second red over here. Grab that real quick. And then this tower on this side needs to be upgraded. And we'll go with a charge capacitor, an emission stabilizer, a beam condenser, and a plasma accelerator on there. I don't know how I get these, but I would love to get these too. I bet we have to find blueprints or something out inside like the game world. Let's fix this wall. Actually, it might be a good idea to get a drone bay over here too. I don't have any green cores at the moment, but a drone bay over here that could like fix up this wall probably be a pretty peak idea. That way I don't have to come back whenever things are falling apart. Let's give that the upgrade and that the upgrade. Okay, both walls have been upgraded. And I want to pick up... Nope, that's not what I want to do. Pick up all the scrap over here. Perfect. All right, we're all nice and set up. Let's head back down to the underground because it just seems like the place where things are moving and shaking. I would like to make some more red ammo, and I think we got access to the red ammo generator down here. I think. No, it was a green ammo generator. That's fine by me, though. Hey, you're in a restricted area. Please present your credentials. Invalid credentials. A guard will peacefully escort you to the exit. Please wait. Oh, dude, no he won't. That wasn't necessary. Yeah, but it was fun, wasn't it? And I didn't have green cores. Now I have green cores. Cool. All right, let's load that in there. Give me that sweet, sweet green ammo, that nuclear ammo. That right there, what does that do? Oh, it opens and closes the door. That's kind of sick. All right, give me the green ammo. And then what is this thing? Oh, this has got to be the parts. It looks like it also created a bridge that maybe takes me over to this side. Oh, dude, I was hoping there'd be something over there. I love little discoveries like that. Take it up to the surface, and I'm going to try to haul this back to the base before we get ourselves another chunky wave. Yeah, exactly, just like that one right there. Grab this. It doesn't look like it's going to let me move it for right now. I tried. Maybe I have to be closer to the center, but either way, let's go assist the base real fast. Make sure it doesn't... Oh, God. Yeah, that could be problematic. I don't like being behind an enemy wave, but the good news is it doesn't seem like they're that interested in tangling with us. Yeah, they don't turn around or anything, so, like, we're pretty safe in this position. Hey, another green core? Hell yeah, dude. Gonna make myself another pack of green ammo. I do want to figure out how to get this thing to work, though. Maybe it's maglev. Like, maybe it has to be on the power grid so that the sled floats. That's kind of what I'm thinking anyways. So it may be time for us to start expanding out the power grid. Either way, it looks like we're done with most of our enemies. And if we can, that takes a blue core. Might as well slot it in now. That also takes a blue core. An electric generator, the cables will lead up to the surface. It will increase the power of the energy grid. Our structures will operate better if the energy indicator is within the green range. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I need 2 blue cores. All right, we'll come back with the 2 blue cores in just a minute and see what we can get out of this thing. Blue core is kind of expensive compared to the red cores. We're going to have to be, like, careful with these bad boys. All right, blue cores acquired. It's time for us to get it done. Although expanding the energy grid out a little bit further might not be a bad idea either. But if that generator's right here, it may give us free energy capacity. I don't know if it's going to, like, expand the footprint of the base that we're trying to build right now, or if it's just going to create some kind of connector. I also don't know what that's doing for me right now. Are they going to spawn? I found blueprints for a prototype that would be useful to us. We'll harness energy from the radio waves of the beacon with these antennae. New upgrade available inside your energy tower. Sick. Okay, so we're definitely looking for blueprints and things while we're out here in the world. Back up to the surface real fast, and I think we'll probably push left and try to get the energy grid tacked out. We've probably got another attack coming shortly, and so I don't want to go crazy with the building right this second, but we will be expanding out a little bit further, I think. So with the energy tower upgrades, what can we do with those? Energy tower upgrades, it'll increase our energy by 1. An explosion that affects nearby enemies dealing 5 damage. Oh, so it overloads its core when it comes under attack and blows up all the enemies around it. Okay, I can live with that. That's perfectly fine. Let's put you on repair mode, since I don't think you're even scrapping anymore, are you? Hey, he became like a little helicopter. Nice, dude. Well, repair what you can. I'm all loaded back up on cores. Which way are they going to attack from? I was just about to build. Like, I was just breaking out I was just breaking out my fix-it, feel-it. Well, I was just about to break out my fix-it Felix hammer, but I guess, like, that's not going to work here. All right, we'll wait for the wave to happen, and we'll kind of just, like, ride this thing out. And I'm going to try to get the power grid, like, all the way over to here, maybe. A little bit chunkier of a wave this time around. I've already killed off 3 or 4 robots, but they got a few more of the big ones in here that are going to be a headache. We may want to go check on the other side of the wall. Like, I think it'll be fine, but I don't know that for certain. Yeah, it'll be fine. It actually looks like the walls are a lot more resilient than in other Kingdom-style games. Typically, the walls in games like this go down like almost instantly. If you're not personally there to defend them and look after them, they tend to fall apart real quick. But in this game, they seem to have a pretty solid shoulder on them, so that's good to know. We'll cut back over to the left. We'll expand the power grid out. But for now, I think it's probably time for me to give my first impressions. I've been playing the game for about 40 minutes, and I think I'm there with it. But all in all, I think I don't really have too many complaints here. So the first 40 minutes have gone pretty solid, and I think the big thing that pops out about this game is just the fact that visually they've done a really good job making the game stand out. There's a lot of Kingdom-style games out there, and they almost near universally tend to go for the same cutesy graphical tile set that Kingdom went for, trying to replicate that success. I like that they went in a different direction, like a mid-generation Super Nintendo game, with the way that the game appears, but on top of that, there's all these little animations and things that happen when you interact with stuff. Love that detail. Everything here seems pretty cool, from the exploration to the base building to the blueprint finding. The things that stand out to me as needing to be fixed, I feel like the shooting is a little bit clunky. I feel like it'd be better off, honestly, if you could hold down the space bar to aim your gun, and then you had a mouse on screen, and then you could, like, fire omnidirectionally, almost like a twin-stick shooter, or something else like that. And then you could, like, squeeze the trigger faster, too. I'm guessing we're going to find upgrades or something later on in the game that'll allow us to fire our gun a little bit more rapidly. But for right now, combat definitely feels a little bit clunky as far as that's concerned. And then the other thing that I noticed that was a little bit annoying is that when you have an object in the foreground in front of a building or in front of a facility that has an interaction, unfortunately, sometimes it mixes up the input and you'll like end up interacting with the console instead of interacting with the item on the ground, or vice versa. Those things need to be tightened up a little bit. Now, this is, after all, a game that has no mouse control. You're just playing entirely with your fingers on this one, on your left hand. Like, this is one of those games you can play one-handed, but still, I do think that it could be cleaned up a little bit further. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we're fooling around with a game called Beacon of Neyda. Tomorrow we'll be messing around with something else. Thanks for hanging out with me, and that's about all I got for you, folks. Bye.